from town to town for candy and sweets, when suddenly they came upon a cemetery. But this was no ordinary cemetery. It was part of the ghost town of Alkaline Flats, the old crying grounds of Peter Pumpkinseed. Why, there's Peter now, tending to his garden of candy corn amongst the tombstones. After all, there's no reason for a grave when the dead roam these ghostly streets. But all was not well in the town of Alkaline. The nefarious flea-bitten Fauntleroy was in town, and being a werewolf, especially the flea-bitten kind, he wasn't after the town bank, but the town bones. But little Trixie and Dusty were full of friends and ideas, and asked Peter for his candy corn patch. They made monsters with teeth and peppermint eyes, and soon the town was saved as old Fauntleroy hightailed it out of town. The carnival just up ahead is Pollyanna Park. The young kittens, mesmerized by lights and the whimsy of haunting music, gave way to fun and fancy. But time was of the essence, and Trixie and Dusty soon set their sights on more sweets. A voice cried way up high. "Who's there?" cried the kittens. Up in the sky, lit by the harvest moon, was an old owl. "Who are you?" hooted the owl. "We are Trixie and Dusty," said the frightened felines. "What are you doing?" said the owl. "Trick-or-treating," said the kittens. "Why?" the old owl cried. "Why, it's Halloween, of course. Only the best candy can be found on Halloween." The old owl told the kittens where they might find the best candy of all. Inside the mummy's tomb. Giving in to their curiosity, as cats usually do, they ventured into the mummy's tomb for sweets and goodies. But the old owl was a trickster, and poor Trixie and Dusty found a curse instead of candy. Inside the mummy's tomb were ghostly apparitions of all shapes and sizes. They were melancholy geists, not quite poltergeists with their mischievous wails and boos. These ghosts only cried, "Boo, boo." The spirits wept, and it began to rain. A great monsoon swept the towns and deserts, and poor Trixie and Dusty watched helplessly as all of their candy collected melted away in soft rain. Their treats were gone, and worst of all, cats don't like the rain. However, a peculiar thing occurred. From the rainfall, up popped the prettiest pumpkin patch the kittens had ever seen. And right there among the gourds was Peter Pumpkinseed himself. The kittens were glad to see Peter, and Peter was glad to help the kittens recoup their hard-earned treats. Trixie and Dusty told Peter of the mean old owl that tricked them, and Peter knew right away it had to be the cranky old fowl, old Fox, up to his nasty tricks once again. But where had he gone on a night like tonight? Our trio visited the old fortune teller. In her crystal ball she found the lair of old Boss crossbones, which just so happened to be the legend of Hard Rock Candy Mountain, a mine where all the best candy can be found on the night of Halloween. It seems the old Hoot Hoot had trick-or-treating plans of his own, and our travelers were about to make his candy concoctions sour. At the mouth of the mine were spiders and snakes, rats and bats, and all sorts of creepy crawls, forced to toil for sweets and tricks for the unbelieving. The kittens, both right, were determined to teach that old owl a lesson. As luck would have it, old Crossbones was fast asleep. As our travelers tiptoed through the canyon caverns, Peter had an idea to spook the flying fowl. And so on the count of three, they all shouted, "Fire in the hole! 1, 2, 3! Fire in the hole!" The blast sent candy of all shapes and sizes high in the sky, frightening old Boss Bars as he flew into the night. And Peter, Trixie, and Dusty, and even the tired workers had their fill of the best Halloween sweets and treats. But soon it would be midnight, and the kittens had to waddle their way back home. They waved goodbye to Peter Pumpkinseed and all the creepy crawlers, as all Hallows' Eve greeted the dawn. Well, as we return to the Chocolate Depot station, I ask that everyone remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Only then can you safely